A warm good morning to you all. It's me Indramani Gewali, teacher for mathematics. So today we are going to learn about one interesting chapter of maths. It is mensuration. So talking about mensuration, this is one of the important branch of math that deals with the study of measurement of different geometric figures and their parameters. Like what are the different parameters that we need to discuss on mensuration. These parameters are, we talk about length, breadth, perimeter, surface area like lateral surface, total surface, curved surface, and volume. There are other terms that we will slowly learn in this chapter. So let's have a short look on the slide. Slide says what is mensuration in fact, and what are the different uses of mensuration, what are the different applications of mensuration in our real life. So basically, mensuration is connected in everyday life. For example, I can take a simple example. When we cook up food, while preparing a food, obviously we measure water by using different measuring tools. Let's take example measuring jug. We measure water, that determines volume. Similarly, if we are constructing a house, we should know what is the area of the foundation. For that, we require what is length and breadth. So these are the common examples that we can see in our everyday life. There are many examples we can read here. In the slide, we can read some of the examples. So in mensuration, talking about grade 10, there are different topics that we need to learn. So today's main objective is, after taking this class, we will be able to define what is plane surface. Under plane surface, I am going to discuss about different triangles, areas, their perimeters, and if possible, quadrilateral. And then slowly we will proceed ahead in the next class. There are other topics, important topics that we need to learn, because mensuration is lengthy chapter and it covers around 16% out of 100. In other exercises, we will be discussing about what is sphere, cylinder like three-dimensional solids, cone, pyramid, prism, and a figure formed by combining any two solids. So let me begin today's objective. It's plane surface. Plane surface. So actually, what is the meaning of plane surface, or what is the meaning of plane? The meaning of plane is simply flat. So plane surface means flat surfaces with two dimensions. For example, there are many objects which have flat surface or plane surface. Like I can show now a notebook. If we look at this, its surface is plane. Its surface is plane, and it has length and breadth. So I'm talking about surface of this notebook. I'm not talking about this whole notebook, only I'm talking about surface, its surface. So this is a plane surface containing object. So you also can say some other examples, like your study table. If we see the surface of study table, its surface is flat, means it is a plane surface containing object, and it has got two dimensions, length and breadth. So these are the examples of plane surfaces. We can take many examples of plane surface. So under plane surface, Here we are going to learn about first is triangle. Talking about triangle, there are different triangles. We can divide triangles into different types. We can divide triangles into different types based on sides or the angles. So let me draw a simple triangle and discuss about what are the different parameters that we can learn from this triangle. So its name is suppose triangle ABC. Here I am taking triangle ABC. A, B and C are the vertices of triangle, and we denote vertices by capital letters or angles by capital letters and the sides by small letters. So just look at vertices A. Opposite side of vertices A is denoted by small a. Similarly, what is the letter by which we can represent side AC? It's small b, because this AC is opposite to vertices B. Similarly, AB is small c. Simply what I want to say here is, in a triangle there are total 6 parts. Among 6 parts, 3 are the sides like AB, AC and BC, and 3 are the angles. And we denote the vertices by capital letters and their sides by the small letters. So what is the area of this triangle? How can you find the area? How can you find the perimeter of this triangle? Now let's focus on what is perimeter in fact, and how do we calculate area of different types of triangle. If we talk about the perimeter, simply perimeter we denote by P. Perimeter is the total sum of the boundary sides, or simply it is the sum of all the sides or total length of its boundary is called its perimeter. So here what are the 3 sides? These are A, B, BC and AC. If we add all 3 sides of a triangle, we obtain its perimeter. So we can write perimeter in terms of small letters, because small letters represent sides in normal. So what is AB? So AB is C plus what is BC? BC is A plus what is AC? B. Or simply therefore the perimeter of a triangle is sum of the 3 sides, and unit of perimeter is same as the unit of the sides length. And here P is perimeter, sum of 3 sides of a triangle. Now we also need to know what is semi perimeter. Semi means half. Semi perimeter. Semi perimeter of a triangle. So this is a symbol for triangle and it is called delta. So semi perimeter of a triangle, here ABC, triangle ABC, we denote by S, is, what is the meaning of semi? Means half of the perimeter is called semi perimeter. So what is perimeter? A plus B plus C by 2. So this is semi perimeter of a triangle. So if we know the perimeter of triangle, we can easily find semi perimeter by dividing 2. We can divide perimeter by 2 and find semi perimeter of a triangle. So after discussing about what is perimeter of a triangle, now let me move into the next topic. What is the area of triangle in terms of its base and height? Or we will also discuss about right angle triangle, equilateral triangle and scalene triangle. So let me show a slide And so I'm also discussing at the same time what is area of a triangle in terms of its base and height. Area of a triangle in terms of its base and height. Area of triangle in terms of its base and height. For this, we know the area of a triangle is 1/2 of base times height. But why? Let me show here. This is a triangle. Let's say this is triangle ABC. If h is height and base is A. So what is the area of this triangle? Area of triangle is here. Area of triangle ABC is 1/2 of base times height. 1/2 is here. I have supposed base A and its height is h. So this is the formula to find area of a triangle. But why 1/2? So let me make it clear why it is 1/2. So we can transform a triangle into a parallelogram. We can transform a triangle into rectangle. So here I'm going to transform a triangle into a parallelogram, and I'm going to also explain why area of triangle is 1/2 of base times height. However, area of parallelogram or rectangle is base times height. For this, let's draw a triangle. Let us draw a triangle. So this is a triangle, and let's draw height of this triangle. Suppose h is height and A is base. This is the first triangle. Let's duplicate the triangle, the same triangle, or let's draw another triangle with same size as the first figure. Let me write it figure number 1, figure 1. I'm also drawing now the second figure whose all sides are same as the first. Means both triangles are equal in size. Let's draw this. Again, let's draw height here. H is height and A is base. Though these two triangles does not seem equal, they must be equal. So let's try to draw two triangles. The second triangle is duplicate of first. These two triangles must be equal in size here. Now how can we transform triangle into a parallelogram? If we rotate this triangle, this is figure number 2. If we rotate second triangle in such a way that the new triangle will exactly fit with the first triangle. Obviously, after combining two triangles, a parallelogram will form. So for this, now we can rotate this second figure. Let's rotate second triangle. Here we are trying to transform a triangle into a parallelogram so that we can learn how the area of triangle is 1/2 of base times height. However, area of parallelogram is only base times height. So for this, let's draw a triangle. Let's rotate this figure. Here I am rotating this figure. Okay, so this is base and this one is height. So this is the new triangle formed by rotating this second figure. Now if I erase this and simply if we place these two triangles together until it forms a parallelogram. We can try this by drawing two triangles with equal size. Now it forms a parallelogram. Let's draw a parallelogram here. Let's give the name ABCD. Base is A and its height h. Okay, so if we look on this figure, here are two triangles ABD and BCD. If the area of this parallelogram is simply base times height, or we know what is the area of a parallelogram. It's area of this figure, area of a parallelogram A is base times height. Here base is A, this is also A, and what is the height? H. Area of a parallelogram is base times height. Now why the triangle is half? Here these two triangles are congruent, means their areas are same. We can show these two triangles congruent by side axiom. There are others. If we show these two triangles are congruent, obviously the area of two triangles, congruent triangles, are same. So here area of triangle, so triangle is equal to 1/2 times base times height, because let's see here, there are two triangles and area of each triangle is half of the area of this whole figure parallelogram. If the area of this parallelogram is, if the area of parallelogram ABCD is 12 square centimeter, what will be the area of each triangle? 6. So area of one triangle is half of the area of parallelogram ABCD. So I hope you got my point. Triangle, in every triangle we can use the formula 1/2 times base times height, but in some of the triangles there are specific formulas. We can use other types of formulas, special formulas for easy calculation. So after talking about this, now let me move into next topic. After discussing area of triangle in terms of base and height, its simple formula is 1/2 base times height. Now we can see next number here, area of triangle, area of a triangle or area of a right angle triangle. So let's write area of right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So area of right angle triangle. So you can see the slide, you can see the figure on the slide. So at the same time, so I am explaining here. Let me draw a right angle triangle ABC. Here angle B is 90 degree. So what is the longest side of this triangle? Talking about right angle triangle, the side opposite to right angle is AC, and this is called hypotenuse. We denote by H, and this is the longest side. And here are two right angle containing sides. So what are the two sides containing right angles containing 90 degree, which are BC and AB? So we can denote BC by base and AB by perpendicular. So here are three different sides in a triangle. This is known, and S is the hypotenuse. This is the longest side of a right angle triangle. Similarly, base and perpendicular are two right angle containing sides in a right angle triangle. Now what is the formula to find its area Or how can we find the perimeter? So perimeter is simply sum of three sides of a triangle, like P plus B plus S, and area of this triangle, area of triangle ABC is 1 by 2 times base times perpendicular. Here H is not the height of a triangle. This is hypotenuse and longest side of a triangle. So base is B and its height here is perpendicular, because height is always perpendicular to its base. Here AB is perpendicular to BC. So BC is a base and AB is its height. We denote by P. So by using this formula, we can find area of a right angle triangle. But the most important point here is, in a right angle triangle, while using the formula, if we write area of right angle triangle is 1 by 2 base times height, let's not get confused. H, if we denote height by H here, H is in the figure, H is hypotenuse. Let's not get confused what is height and what is the hypotenuse here. That's why, so I'm writing using perpendicular P instead of writing H, because H represents hypotenuse in right angle triangle. So now we can take an example. For example, if we take an example here, if we are given the two sides of a triangle, suppose AC is 10 centimeter and BC is 8 cm. Let's try to find the area of this right angle triangle. Here, in right angle triangle, its area can be calculated by the formula 1 by 2 times base times perpendicular. So what is base? 8 centimeter, and what is the perpendicular is unknown. So right angle triangle, in right angle triangle we can use Pythagoras theorem to find the unknown side. So this is hypotenuse H, base and perpendicular is unknown. First of all, let's find what is P, and then we can find the area of this triangle by using same formula. So for this, we can use Pythagoras theorem. Here AC square is, or H square is equal to, we know the formula is P square plus B square. So since the Pythagoras theorem is H square is P square plus B square. What is H? This is hypotenuse, which is AC in the figure, and what is P? Perpendicular AB, and base is BC. So AC, or let's calculate this, we can calculate 10 square is AB square, we are calculating for AB, plus BC is 80 square. Now if we simply calculate this, let me erase and solve here. Or, so this is 100 is AB square plus 8 square is 64. Can we simply calculate now what is the length of AB? 100 minus 64 is AB square, or this is 36 is AB square, so therefore length of AB is 6 centimeter, which is perpendicular. Now after knowing these two sides, base and perpendicular in a right angle triangle, we can find the area of the triangle. So therefore the area of triangle ABC is 1 by 2 times base, here base is BC, times what is height? AB. So we know what is the measure of BC? It's 8 times what is AB? AB is 6. Now we can calculate and find the area of triangle. It's 24 square centimeter. 24 square centimeter. So I discussed about what is plane surface, what can be the examples of plane surface, and we also discussed about how can we transform a triangle into a parallelogram and what is right angle triangle. Similarly, let me move into next, equilateral triangle. Now in equilateral triangle, we know the meaning of equilateral is equal. Its sides are equal. Let's draw a triangle where all sides are equal. Suppose ABC is a triangle. So this is equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all three sides are equal in length and each angles measure 60 degree. So if we denote each side of this equilateral triangle by A, now what is the perimeter? We talk about, in case of plane surface containing figures, we talk about perimeter and area because these are two-dimensional figures. So here perimeter is sum of three sides, so A plus A plus A, perimeter is 3A units. So units of perimeter is same as the unit of length of a side. What is the area? So to find the area of this equilateral triangle, so we can draw a perpendicular. We can draw perpendicular and find height. Height is a perpendicular line drawn from the vertex to its opposite base, opposite side. Here, if we write this is point D, AD is height drawn from vertex A on the opposite side, BC. We can find h by using Pythagoras theorem because in equilateral triangle it has got one property, a perpendicular drawn from vertex to its opposite side always bisect the base. Here AD is height drawn from A on BC, so AD bisect BC into equal to parts. So this is A by 2 and BD is also A by 2. So we will discuss about this in next class, and we will also derive what is the formula of an equilateral triangle, what is formula of its height, how can we calculate height, and how do we derive the formula for equilateral triangle because it has one special formula. So thank you for watching and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you all.